Hey everyone, I'm doing a new segment here, I just thought of it. And what I'm going to do is, and I may do, with each movie I do, I may do a full-length review later on. But as I leave the theater, I'm just going to record, as I'm walking in my car, my first thoughts of whatever movie I had seen. And I just saw Amazing Spider-Man 2. I was going to see Grand Budapest Hotel or Oculus today, but the last minute I found out there was this little Spidey-Con at the local theater I was going to, and I decided to check that out and see the movie, and I'm really glad I did, because Spider-Man 2 was really fucking awesome. Yes, there are definite flaws in it, and like some of the designs are off, but at the same time, I don't know if maybe later in the original comics those characters actually become looking more like that. But at the same time, I was really impressed. You've really got to understand that with all the nitpicks and stuff with the designs and characters and stuff that you could make, you've got to understand that these movies have to be Hollywoodized and also geared towards a general audience of this time. So there's a lot of nitpicks for people that are really into the comics. Like, I love the comics, what I've read so far. But taking it as a viewpoint of you have to Hollywoodize this, and you have to, put it to a modern audience, it was fucking awesome. The characters were really done really well. The only one I was kind of worried about was Electro, played by Jamie Foxx. And Jamie Foxx is a really good actor, but I wasn't really sure how it would pull off. No doubt to him himself, but it was just kind of, But he's really awesome. He did great with the character. The design wasn't great, but it could have been a lot worse. I really like his character, Gobby, which I'm guessing is Hobgoblin, because spoiler here, they skipped over Green Goblin because Norman dies in the beginning of the movie, and they go straight to Hobgoblin. I didn't like his character as much. He was a little too, I don't know. He had those kind of emo things, and he was kind of too, I'm just pissed off at the world, so this is what I'm going to do. And a lot of villains start out like that, but it was a little too hammed up for my taste, is what I was looking for. And another spoiler here is they keep Rhino into the very end of the movie. Of course, they show him in the preview to let you know he's there. And about halfway throughout, I started figuring out, okay, they're really not going to put him in at the very end, and they close off, and and Spider-Man and Rhino are about to fight. But Rhino, I think, is going to be really disappointing because the design, again, and like I said earlier, a second ago, you really got to give some leeway to designs, but this one really does look a little too silly, even for Hollywood. That's just my opinion, but and the actor that plays it, I don't know if he's been anything else, but he was a bit in the movie in the very beginning, and he is really fucking cheesy so far, so I'm not looking forward to that. But as a movie, it was spectacular. The action scenes were really well done. Most of the acting was really well done. I actually felt really sad for Gwen when she died, even though I knew that was coming, and most people that follow comics and stuff knew that was coming. But that was played off really well. And this is actually turning into a full-length review. But, first impressions, really love it. Can't wait for the DVD. And one thing I will say is, don't see it in 3D. I did not see this one in 3D. Simply because I did see the last one in 3D, and it had some cool scenes, but overall it was disappointing. And for what I've seen in this one, there aren't too many scenes that would work in 3D. So, sorry about that. I'd avoid to see it in 3D. And one more thing is, during the credits, there is a a sneak peek to the new X-Men movie. And I thought that was a little off place. I understand what they're doing. They're trying to, keep the Marvel fans interested. It's Spider-Man, now we're doing X-Men. But it just seemed really off place. And I think it's partially because in the first Spider-Man movie, the most amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, not Tobey Maguire, of course, but the last movie. Of course, we saw the scene at the end with the mystery guy, and it was after the credits, and I will say there is nothing after these credits. It just goes to a black screen. The X-Men scene is in the middle of the credits, so if you're wondering about that, stick around for that, and, you can leave as soon as the X-Men part is over, because I've stayed, I waited, and there's nothing there. But totally worth seeing, in my opinion. I really loved it. I was really into the movie. The action scenes are superb. Really well done. Spider-Man has his cocky attitude, The villains were good for the most part. But very impressed on a movie that I was kind of getting reluctant about. So until next time, peace out. And I hope you enjoyed this first segment of this, what I'm doing. Bye-bye.